So I remember you were sharing, Dante, that in 2010 you bought your first bushel of crabs.
Oh yeah. So I really didn't know about the crab business. All I remember was going catching crabs on the bridge. Really wasn't a blue crab either because the memories are just you be out on the bridge in the heat.
Yes.
And you come home, you ain't done that.
That's true.
Your aunties be waiting because, they know we was going to bring a catch that day. So they over there got the pot ready and they eating. And I'm just doing whatever. So I do remember, as a little boy, them having the crab balls, dumping all the crabs on the table, making the butter. You put a stick of butter, melt it down, and a little garlic seasoning, a little salt and pepper. So I remember all that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this out. So I got a bushel of crabs, and I went to the guy and said, I'm going to try some garlic crabs. And I just gave them out this Father's Day weekend, that Friday. I just started giving them out to the hairdresser because I knew if you get the women, they gonna spread the word. Yeah. And that's what happened.
So your intention was your aunties are eating up all the products. So let's see if we can sell the product. Am I right? Am I right? Am I hearing you right?
Yes, they eating, they enjoying it, but that for me was fun. Because I grew up with family, and so at that time in my life that brought me fulfillment. And I probably gave away back then more than what I made.
Yeah, but you gave Natalie a whole tray.
Yeah,
you probably gave her a few extras because
right, I gave her some, and then I didn't hear nothing about it once I gave her the crabs, and then later on she confessed that she didn't even know how to eat them.
We didn't eat them properly in the North. Like, we had those little wooden, little hammers.
Yeah, all
so
of that.
He got to teach me how to open the crab up properly and, break it up and actually get the full meat out of it.
Yeah. What did the kids say, though? Because the kids that did eat the
My daughter fell in love with them. My oldest daughter, she
still
loves them.
Yeah,
yes, and she just kept going from 6 to 12. Then he introduced her to oysters in the shell, and I'm like, she's in love with all of it.
We've got to talk about oysters before we end this conversation, but I want to stay on track about the garlic crabs. I'm from Florida. We didn't do garlic crabs when I was growing up, right? But so you started with garlic crabs?
Yeah, so it started with just crabs only. And then once I kind of plateaued out, because back then, it wasn't smartphones. So it was still word of mouth. We had picture text. I don't know, you may be too young to know.
I love my nephew.
So, we had picture text. So what I would do is I would take a picture, and back then the phones would let you text 10 people at one time.
Okay.
And so I would put crabs ready at 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and then people would eventually start forwarding it to other people. So after that kind of wore out, then I started adding sausage, corn, potato, and egg. And then from there, I went to sausage, corn, potato, egg, and shrimp. And I didn't know about food costs. I didn't know about measurements. I just, back then, you buy something for $2 and you try to make $4.
Right.
And so that's what I did. And within 8 months, I had a menu. It was called Dante's Garlic Crabs. And it consisted of blue crab, and I had the blue crab feast, and then I had the ultimate feast, was everything. And so that's how I kind of started. And then once we moved to the building, we had partners that had more knowledge in shrimp dinner and fish dinner. So they kind of brung that, and I brung my flavor, and that's how we started.
I love this, and I started thinking about business model, and I wondered, did you already have in your mind what your business model was going to be back in 2010, or do you have dreams about it? Have you kept a journal about it? How have you learned how to navigate?